congrats to you and your crew for putting all that stuff together.
Absolutely.
Um, so for everybody that's joined, number one, thank you, DeFi and team for also joining. Just to kind of frame the discussion, I know you've done a lot of great AMAs with folks, so I figure we can focus on who's DeFi. Let's talk about you and your team.
Absolutely.
Maybe get a little into the dev and who's the dev and talk a little bit about the contract, and then of course give an overview of the project,
Wow.
and just ask some questions, and then open it up to our community to also ask some questions too. So yeah, man.
Absolutely.
So tell me, who's DeFi proof, and how did you start?
Absolutely. So I'm DeFi proof. I call myself DeFi proof because I am the proof of all the odds. I broke all the odds. You know, if you see on my YouTube, I have a video basically pinpointing it. But I beat the odds from having no parent there to my environment. And I just used all that learning experience and I brought it back to the computer where that's where I was most happy when I was young. So when I really got back my mouse and my keyboard and my computer back, I felt like a little kid again. So I left all the street stuff, all the stuff I was doing, and I just sat down for one day, and that was the happiest moment I had in years. So I kept going at it, and now I'm calling myself DeFi proof, so everybody understands that it could be done.
Wow, that is awesome, man. That's a great origin story. So of course, I and everybody that I'm sure you interact with will always wish you continued success, always upward and onward, and can't wait to see what the future has in store for you and your crew. So
Hmm.
about your crew, tell me more about them. Like who does what? Like how did you guys hook up? I've seen some of your videos, and it's cool to see them in the background with a mask, and seems like they're pretty supportive. Like, yeah, tell me more about them.
Absolutely. It's kind of crazy how one day I was on Twitter Spaces, and I go ahead and I hear somebody speaking and we're talking and he's like, hey, I'm from Boston, and I'm like, I'm from Boston too, and he goes, no, I'm from Lawrence. I'm like, wait, I'm from Lawrence too. How can this be? How are you on Twitter at the same time as me? And it happens to be my good friend, Baby Compound, which the crazy part was that we were actually talking about Bitcoin and how we're gonna try to get in while we were in prison before. So for those two paths to actually meet, you know, in this world is ridiculous. So from that day on, where we actually met again, we started doing DeFi and NFTs together, and then the crew just kept building. I met my producer, and now my producer does DeFi as well. And then we just kept a nice little tight circle, and it's been lovely ever since.
Yeah, I think you can definitely feel like the passion does come through in the music, not to sound cheesy, but it doesn't feel like it's forced. It feels like it's a pretty organic, um, like it comes from a good space. Like the one thing that I'm always really impressed about is how like you really understand the person you're doing like intros for. Like for example, Barter Talent's pretty awesome. Stunus is pretty awesome.
Hmm.
Stun and Breezy. Of course, our own, Thomas G. I mean that's like really sick. Like, what's the first track you did? Like, who was it for? And
Oh man.
how did you grow from there?
So this is crazy, right? So how I actually went and made my first track. I was actually stressing out, and I wanted to find something, whether it was golf, whether it was basketball, whether it was just a walk. But my boy said, "Hey, you know what? Why don't you just try the studio one? Try the studio one time and see how it goes." So I go in the studio. I don't know anything. I'd never been in front of a mic, and I just look at the producer and say, "Hey, I'm just here, to for stress." And he looks at me and goes, let's go, let's do it. When I jumped on the mic and I started talking about crypto, it was just not about guns no more or drugs, and it was about educating and having people understand what we have going. So I went ahead and I made, I think it was Mini Doge. I made a song called Mini Doge. It's on YouTube right now. I got around 30,000 plays. And I thought it was just a mistake at first. I thought it was just, okay, so I have one song, what am I, one hit wonder? And I tried it again, and it worked out again. A third time, I tried it again, and it just kept working out. So I just made it a thing.
Man, that's cool because like yeah, I could see how it's growing, and like I said, it's like I definitely you could feel like you're capturing
Hmm.
who the person is. You're doing the music. It sounds like very specific to them, and the things you bring out. It's like yeah, it's like I know as a listener that you know who you're talking about,
Hmm.
and definitely you always hit their high points.
Absolutely.
Um, yeah, dude, that's awesome. So you mentioned about launching some NFTs. We're working on NFTs. So is this your first project? Tell me the name of the project of this project, and is this your first project you're launching?
So this happens to be my second project. I did a project called Timville with a team I had before with Martin Peters and a couple people from the community, which did really well and went from I think it was like some cents, hit $8, and then staking came out, and the marketing push kind of died off and started hitting a bear market. But this is gonna be my second project, and I didn't really take out projects like that just because I wanted to give to the community. I just kept giving and giving and giving. Just like this project today, it is actually made to give as well. So I'm surrounded, around a lot of giving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that I think that's the spirit of crypto, right? I think what's unique about this crypto space is that there's always plenty of room at the table to feast. Like
Absolutely.
there's plenty of opportunities. It's not about like holding information back or trying to come up on someone, but I think with crypto we can all grow together as a community. And yeah, we can share opportunities, and we all take risks. Sometimes there's some, the project that hit super big will always outweigh all the little projects that we take
Yep.
L's in. So
Yeah, if I could break you up right
so
there, before you go, I'm actually a big fan, Macho. I be looking at some of the calls and plays that you be doing. So big ups to you as well, bud.
well, thank you, man. Appreciate it. So what inspired this project? I mean, why drip? Like, what problem do you think this is solving?
Well, drip has something very unique, and is that 1%, which actually drips out daily, right? So, and in the beginning, it was just how can I give to the community, raise capital, give it back without a dump, and it was hard. I mean, it took us a while. We have a whole year actually. My wife took time, but we have a whole year drawing the art, and we just wanted to make the right. We didn't want to waste the art on something stupid. We wanted to do the right kind of project. So then I sat down and one day it hit me. It was like, okay, so if we could take out the dumping effect by having the airdrop happen at the faucet where they receive the airdrop and it goes directly to faucet, and they could have that 1% a day. I mean, that would be the craziest pump ever. So
Yeah, that.
we took the idea to
Oh,
a
go ahead. Go
couple.
ahead.
Yeah, we took the idea to a couple people, and I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Everybody was pretty bullish. I put the art together with the with what it came with. I let communities know, hey, listen, do you want a character? And it became something beautiful. After I started, I really didn't know I had this much support. Um, it's just beautiful.
That's awesome. So tell me about the dev team. Like, how did you meet them?
So what's special about the dev team is probably something that a lot of people don't have. Is access to the dev. The dev actually is it was pretty crazy as well because he's down in California now, but he's actually from my hometown as well, and I played a couple games of
Wow.
basketball with him. But it's good because it's somebody we could see and touch. It's somebody that's really connected with us, and somebody that now I call daily. He moved on and now he's working for security online and stuff like that, which is ill. But he's also a robot. He uses his computer without no mouse. He's an absolute beast.
Wow.
But the best thing is, it's somebody inside the family, not somebody in somebody's basement out in wherever they are. It's really in house. So we didn't have to go shopping who's the best dev or anything. We have them in house.
All
It's
right.
basically.
What about the wallet? So when we start buying, is there a multi-sig wallet? So I know a lot of people have the best intentions, but sometimes there may be a fallout or
Yeah.
disagreement, or somebody just gets greedy for at the weirdest time.
Yeah. No. Straight up, we're really gonna just handle it right away. Money goes to the wallet, 50% right to drip and buy, send over to the community leaders. So it's not like we have a multi sig where 3, 4 people are in there. It's just gonna be me. I'm gonna have a separate wallet. I'm gonna make the buy myself.
Okay.
Especially I don't want anybody who's not doxxed, to touch anything just in case anything happens, and my face is everywhere. So since my face is everywhere and I'm always doxxed no matter where you see me, I'm gonna take that initiative and I'm gonna take that responsibility.
Okay, Ron, good to hear. So for the folks, let's say, so give us an overview of your project for, our guys in the R2R and beyond. Maybe you can share your screen, walk us through
Hmm.
it, talk a little bit about the tokenomics and stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Let me share my screen right. I think it's this one. Could you guys see that?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, perfect, guys. So the project, guys, is called 1% NFT. We're gonna go into this drip more than quite a bit, but I'm gonna explain the site. If you go to the top, there's gonna be a mint button. It's gonna be a little bigger than this when the mint comes, but you guys gonna be able to come right here and press mint. So you guys don't have to press anything else or anything that might be a little fishy. You guys can come right over here and just you know. So if you keep going down, guys, we're gonna see a video here and this explains kind of what we're doing. Video like. But once you keep going down here, guys, you're gonna have a drip user guide. Anybody who's new on drip could go ahead and click that. We're gonna have a video from one of the community members and actually one of the characters, which is Drip King. So guys can see this and understand drip. If you keep going down, you're gonna see quotes from Thomas G, Bartertown, and even Stunner Breezy, which says, "I'm about to catch me a floozy."
That's right.
I love that. But one of my favorite things from the site is the dripamonials. Because once you get here and you open this, guys, you're gonna see that there's stories there of people's lives have changed because of drip and Animal Farm and stuff like that. So I just love reading other people's stories, and you're gonna find them all there. Here we have some of the AMAs that are happening, which I think with this one is over, but I have I think Drip Coach tonight. Tomorrow I'm gonna be at Driptopian. I think Sunday I'm gonna be at Drip Farm. Monday I am gonna be at I think it's a beach office, and then Tuesday we're gonna hear Forex. But if you keep coming down here, guys, team dashboard, you're gonna see the first, second, and third place of the teams that are winning, and we're gonna get into that a little bit later. Here are some of the drip influencers, guys. If you guys don't know these guys, these are just some of them. You could go to the YouTube, whether it's Tommy, Crypto Talk, or you could go to their Twitter. whatever it is. But you guys got something there to go check out some of the influencers. But let's go to drip more. This is where the alpha is. So there's gonna be basically 6 simple steps. We try to make this as simple as we can. We don't want to make anything complicated. We just want to make this as simple as we can. We're gonna make this basically a huge pump, and it's a pump that we need, especially how Fork slipped up the other day and said that Animal Farm is gonna be released the first week of October. So with scratches coming up and landing and stuff like that in the future, this little push would be it. So 6 easy steps. First, communities will compete to mint the most NFTs to try to win top 3. And if you're the community top 1, guys, you get your community gear from socks to hat right away. You get that and the jacket that you mint. If you mint, let's say, a avalanche jacket, or you mint a phantom jacket, you guys are gonna get that in real life right away. No waiting. We have a young team that is just waiting for us to give them the green light. They're gonna start doing those, shipping them out ASAP, and the top 1 team is gonna get their whole community dripped out, from socks to hat to shirts to pants. Whole community, no matter who it is, whole community. So that's number 1. Communities will compete to mint most of the NFTs and try to win top 3. 50%, this is number 2, 50% of the mint will go to spot buying drip. Whether it's $8, whether it's $10, $12, 14, 20, whatever it is, we're gonna spot buy drip right then and there. Number 3, the price jump will cause a massive wave of buys. So if guys see it go from $10 and it goes to 30, 40 or something, people are gonna go crazy and think they missed out and stuff like that. So plus, I believe there's gonna be probably people buying before the big buy. Step number 4, the top 3 communities that win most mint will receive the drip airdrop. So the 50%, guys, that we buy is gonna go right back to you guys, depending on who's top 3. There's gonna be a 4th community, guys, a 4th community as well, and that's gonna be for people who mint the zombies. There's about 100 zombies out there, and if you mint a zombie, you're gonna get automatically into that 4th group, which is pretty fire. So remember, there's only about 100 out there. Step number 5 is 10% of the mint is going to go to community leaders as a thank you for sticking with us on our way to financial freedom. So whether they're in, whether they're characters or whether they're not in the project or whatever it is, if you feel like, he's been teaching about drip and he's been helping you, then he's a community leader as well. So 10% of the mint is going to go to all those influencers who helped us. So regardless of the fact that you're here or not. And the last step, guys, is all royalties, and I mean all royalties, will go directly to the reservoir. And that's going to provide, price support, and it's going to keep our price floor higher and higher if we keep providing that. So 6 easy steps, simple stuff, not too hard.
Well, so every time, let's say someone sells an NFT, there's going to be like a royalty associated with that, and that will automatically go into the reservoir.
Yeah. So how NFTs work
Wow.
is when whether you buy or sell, the 10% royalty that that's basically for the artist type thing. But instead, and the team, whatever it is. But instead of us keeping that, we're just gonna directly send it to the reservoir. Now, just keep sending it. Whether if this becomes a thing and people keep buying and selling all year, all that's just gonna keep going to the reservoir.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. So I think this really does back up your, about the community and about the drip project. The fact that you're foregoing collecting royalties on this and sending it to support the to support drip. I think that's really huge, or bullish, as people would say.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
that's really cool.
absolutely. A lot of people as well ask about the other 50%. The other 50%, guys, there's the artist got to get paid. What else got to get paid? Oh, the developer, the contract got to get paid. But there's still a gap. What are we doing with that gap? Well, we're gonna create this real life onboarding, guys, where we really have this drip merch, and it's gonna be dripping. These young dudes are hungry. They really want to take this to the next level. We're gonna make like a real life clothing brand where every little piece of clothing has a QR code and it leads people directly to the drip community. We're just gonna keep pushing and pushing, but that's gonna go basically to create this real life kind of new sentiment.
So how are you going to track what community is winning?
Oh, absolutely. We're gonna keep this as simple as possible. So we're gonna have a Google form, and as soon as you want to vote, basically, or add yourself to a squad, what you're gonna have to do is send basically your transaction hash, or simply even your address. You're gonna choose what team you belong to, and those collected addresses are gonna go to that community leader, and then that way he knows, who he has to basically airdrop and send to their faucets.
Yeah, can we see some of the art? Like, do you have any example stuff we can take a look at, or is that more for surprise when it comes out?
Oh no, absolutely. Let me just open up. Uh, See if I can open up the folder real quick.
And while you're opening it, what's release timeline looking like? And is there like a whitelist? How do people get in?
So there is no whitelist at all. This is basically Tuesday. Forex is going to talk about Animal Farm, and the date, and after that, we're just gonna have a countdown, and we're gonna get to minting. So it's not like we're gonna bring it down all the way the end of September. And no, we need this now. We need this push now, and that's why we're wasting no time. But let me see if I can share my screen.
And you mentioned that you talked to Forex about this project also.
No, Forex has nothing to do with this project. This
Oh,
is
okay, okay.
this is the community as one. We have over 20 communities now, as one, and one of the main reasons is us trying to help Forex as well, because we're here, we're dripping, and he's building and stuff like that. The more we could help the community, especially Forex, the more we're going to be successful. I mean, I heard him talking about sign talk about Andrew Tate and stuff like that, and if he's reaching out people like that,
Yeah,
I mean, he must be doing something special. So if we could do something for him, it's just cut it right up.
yeah.
Let me see if I could share my screen. And Telegram sometimes it's a little difficult.
No, I got you.
All right, so
You got it. Okay,
I think we got it here. So this is just see, this is a Solana jacket.
nice.
This is a ApeCoin jacket. But details go crazy. And this is actually Jacob Savage. So what happens here is, guys, you guys seen different type of jackets here. For you being a holder, you automatically get this jacket. Whether if you have an ape jacket, you're gonna get an ape jacket. If you have a Solana jacket, you're gonna get the Solana jacket. If you have a drip jacket, you're gonna get a drip jacket. There is a few that are more rare than others. Like the ladies of the faucet jackets are gonna be pretty rare, and that really shoots out right away. So as soon as we give that release form of basically where you want your merch, you don't gotta give us your real address. You just give us where you want us to send it. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about any of that. Where you want your jacket sent, and we're gonna send those almost probably we're gonna work on it right away, send them out, and get this party started.
Wow. How many NFTs are there? Are they all going to be minted day one, or are they going to be released over time?
No, so it's crazy because the community themselves are giving the ideas, and the ideas have been crazy. So one, this mint is gonna be 10,000. It's gonna be released all at the same time. So if we sell out 10,000 NFTs, then man, that buy could be ridiculous.
Damn.
The buy could be, historical. But if we don't, it's okay. At least we have something to push the price a little bit more.
Yeah.
So it's crazy because I'm gonna release basically a flyer saying what utilities is gonna bring as well, like additional utilities that the community members are adding themselves. We have one person that's adding some fitness to it, some Web3 fitness. If you have the NFT, of course. We have somebody here. There's actually this character which has a mask, and they represent basically the masked people in my music videos. And
Nice.
I'm gonna open that for you right now, and they look at it like this. And you're probably gonna see some of the community members with it. Whether it's this Bitcoin one. Oh man, I would love this Bitcoin one with Timberlands on. Jesus. But you're gonna see. Oh my God, whoever sacrificed.
Right? That's a right there. That's a sick one too.
So, the utilities are going crazy. There's gonna be so much utilities basically for people that have these communities. For example, Crypto King. He's gonna have utilities for his community, and it's gonna work out for people in other communities as well, which is just uniting us all. And it goes on, and now we understand now that NFT utilities could be unlimited, whether it's we keep building, keep adding utilities. And now the cool thing is, now let's say we have a drip event. Now we could actually say, hey, whoever has these NFTs could enter at this discounted price or whatever the case may be. But the cool thing is, every year there's gonna be new drip whales, as since you can't really pass a certain
Yep.
point. There's gonna be new drip whales every year, and maybe there's gonna be more characters. We just don't know, but it's the Genesis. These are Genesis characters, and we're gonna call them the Genesis characters, and gonna be the most important ones. And we're gonna keep building from here.
Nice. So you talk about, let's say, 1 year out. So let's go to 6 months from now. So what have we accomplished in 6 months? Where do you see, like, what's out there? What have we done in 6 months?
In 6 months,
Yeah.
I see everybody happy. Bull run's coming back. No.
Bam. Hell yeah.
Oh man, no! In 6 months, I see, more utilities. I see more drip events happening, more people understanding what drip is, and our community is gonna blow up. Right now, we might think we have a lot of people here, but we haven't even really started marketing yet. So this right here could mean a lot for the drip community. This could mean access to certain things that other people don't. This could mean so much. So for 6 months, I think we're gonna be blown up.
Nice. I know we're running a little bit long. I wanted to see if there's any questions that other folks may have that we didn't cover, or any curiosities. Maybe we can open it up to the floor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. Yeah, everything's looking so awesome. I'm so impressed. Have you ever thought about making some stickers for vehicles? Or is
Oh
that
man.
something that, or is
I
that too basic?
I know my one of my good friends, Bobby Compound. He does like these stickers with QR codes, which he'd be always working on. So it's definitely something we spoke about before, but I just don't think it would be like, it won't really spread the word as much as,
Yeah.
because if you think about it, we're drip, right?
Yeah.
And in the real world, drip means being fresh, being looking nice, looking cool, fresh. So let's bring that meaning out. Let's bring that meaning to the real world, and then have them scan this, QR code, and let
You don't have
them
to
come
scan
right.
it. Anyone can make it.
Absolutely, let them come right to the community. Landed right here with us.
True, true. Good call.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. So that's yeah. Okay. Cool, man.
Yeah. Anyone else? No? If anything, yeah, anything you want to close out with, DeFi? Anything
Um.
that maybe we didn't cover here, or anything that may have not been covered in previous MAs that you want to shout out?
Um. Really. Honestly, I think I covered everything. I just hope somebody in the R2R. If you guys win, I'll be happy as hell. But I hope a couple people here get an alien. Just because you automatically basically get into a winning team. So I'm looking forward for Tuesday. I can't even sleep no more. I'm so excited. Um, but I love giving, guys, and this is all for you guys.